Is there any? How do you? Oh my god! What did you? Damn. He was like upgrading. Man, I saw these pets, man. You have such a game. Do you have anything I just need? Because I need a bag. I need food bag. I need food. Oh, how do you get food? What's the easiest way to get food, man? Tell me.
Okay. uh,
Yeah.
we are live. Basically, we're gonna just solve any questions any of you might have. I have last year's written and the year before is written. Maybe one of them may come. So I'll just wait till 8:15 and I'll start.
Can you even see the huge pet while rolling?
We'll wait one more minute. Okay. Can you explain G2 question 12? Yeah, I guess I will. Is this one the one you want? Is this one the one you want? ABCD?
Upgrade. Where's fruits, bro?
Should I only do the course questions given in the sheet or all the course? If you want my opinion, do everything except the top questions and the SAT questions. Yeah, don't do the top questions, guys. But for the final, they will be required.
Should be able to get more.
Why don't you use
Uh, I don't understand. Do I solve this question? G2 question 12. Walid, am I a top question? What? I think he wants this one. طيب. It's this one. I think he wants this one. Okay. We start our sheet with solving this question. What do I think will be written? I don't know. Wallah. We're gonna start with this. Make sure you know everything. Please be prepared for anything to come in the written. Every question looks like it can be a written question. Walid, add text to speech donations. If you super chat, it will be text to speech, I think. Okay. A curve has an equation this, and a line has an equation this, where a is constant. Show that the x coordinates of the points of intersection is equal to this. When we say points of intersection, that means y of the curve is equal to y of the, let's say, the line, right? They're saying they intersect. So that means this y is equal to this y. So x squared, let's solve on the side, x squared minus, actually, I'm going to take this to open board. So let's put part A. They're equal to each other. That means x squared minus 4x plus 20 is equal to 2x plus a. And you'd simplify this a bit, and they want it to be equal to 0, so take everything to the other side. You can get x squared minus 4x plus 20 minus 2x minus a is equal to 0. And if you simplify this a bit more, you're going to get x squared minus 6x plus 20 minus a equals 0. And then they want you to just put a small bracket around this. So, okay. This one makes sense to come written. It's long, but not too long. Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I think in the written, they're gonna get one question to do with using the first derivative to find the stationary points. So using the table of sign. And then for part B of that question, I feel like they're gonna get, they're gonna ask you to find the intervals on which it's concave up and the intervals on which it's concave down. I feel like also they'll get a question to do with a question to do with the rates of change, the du over dt times dt. This stuff where you have to cancel derivatives. I feel like they'll get one question like that. It came before. Let me continue solving this, and then I'll solve some past writtens. For the case where the line intersects the curve at 2 points, it's given that the x-coordinate is minus 4. Find the x-coordinate of the other point of intersection. What I do is, I have two variables here, x and a. They're giving me one of the variables, x is minus 4. They tell me to find the other x, since it's squared, like there's like 2 points. Okay, so they told me one x is minus 4, find the other one. First thing, and I have two variables here, so I can't solve if I have two variables. I have a and x. And they basically gave me x now, so I can actually find a if I have x. So just do minus 4 squared, like substitute your x, and you're gonna get this. And you should all know that a in this case, you're gonna get 16 plus 24, which is 40, plus 20 is 60. So you're gonna get a equals to 60. Just solve this equation, guys. Part C, no, sorry. They're not asking us to find a. They want the x coordinate of the other point of intersection. Now that I found a, right? Now I found a, I can find what x is, right? So that means x squared minus 6x plus 20 minus 60, because a is 60, is equal to 0. And we can solve this like any other quadratic. You're going to get x squared minus 6x minus 40 is equal to 0. And you're going to get, you factor this, because you remember calculators are not allowed that have equation mode. You're going to get x minus 10, x plus 4. So your two solutions will be, you have to say equals 0, huh? So thus, x equals 10, x equals minus 4. Okay, so you say x equals 10. Part C, for the case where the line is tangent to the curve, find the value of a and the coordinates of p. They gave you the equation of the line 2x plus a. You guys know that the line y equals mx plus b, the coefficient of x is always the slope. So 2 in this case is the slope of the tangent. So you have to say 2 is the gradient, or slope, is the gradient of the curve at the point of tangency, right? we know the gradient of the curve for part B. Can we use sum of roots? Yeah. No, minus, you mean maybe product of roots? Minus 4x equals 20 minus. I don't see why not. Maybe sum of roots minus 6. The sum of minus b over 8, so 6. Okay. I guess. Yeah, I guess sum of roots could work for part B. Yes, sum of roots works. Yeah. 2 is the gradient of the curve at the point of tangent. You know the gradient of the curve, to find the slope of the tangent, it's you substituting the x into the derivative, right? Type, okay. In this case, hold up. Yeah, the derivative of our curve. Sorry, when you substitute f prime, let me repeat. 2 is the gradient of the curve at that point. And you know what is the gradient of the curve? It's when you substitute your x value into your curve, into your derivative, sorry, you get the slope, right? So f prime of x is equal to 2. And what is f prime of x? What أصلا is the derivative? When you substitute x into the derivative, we get 2, which is the slope. طب أنا أصلا what is my derivative? X squared minus 4x plus 20, right? And that's the original curve. I want to find what's f prime of x equal to أصلا. It's equal to 2x minus 4. Because you just derive this. 2 goes down, becomes x, and then 1 times minus 4 reduced by 1 minus 3x. So f prime of x is 2x minus 4. So when you substitute your x value into this curve, into the derivative, you get the slope 2. So that means when you substitute the x we're trying to find, you get it's equal to 2. That means if you solve this equation, you get x equals 3. Okay? طيب. Now, we can find the coordinates of P. It's at x equals 3. Can I find the y value if I know that x equals 3? Of course, yeah. At x equals 3, y equals what? Let's go back to y. 3 squared. You have to substitute 3. 3 squared minus 4 times 3 plus 20. So 9 minus 9, 20, 9 minus 29 minus 12 is 15 or 14. Is it 14? I think it's 14, صح? $17. Did I add wrong? 3 squared is 9. 9 minus 12 minus 3 plus 20. Yeah, 17. So that means the coordinates is 3, comma 17. But what else are they asking? They're asking for the value of a, right? Type. What's the equation of the line? 2x plus a. Remember when we used to find the equations, we used to plug it into y equals mx plus b, plug in your slope, plug in your y, plug in your x, and then you find the b. This is something extremely similar, except they already plugged in the slope for you. Okay, the equation of the line is 2x plus a. We know our y, we know our x, and 2 is the slope. It's already plugged in automatically. What's our y? 17. What's our x? 6, as the 3, plus a. So you get a equals 11. So a equals 11, and the coordinates of P are 3, comma 17. Okay. See, is there any question? Okay, there's nothing in the chat. I think now we'll start solving some past writtens. How do we make sure to get all marks if it comes written? Do this. Do exactly what I did here, you'll get full. But if you want, right here, like I said here, yc equals yl. So y of the curve is equal to y of the line. Can you do book questions? This guy wants me to do book questions? Forgot to let this guy in the meeting. I forgot to let him in the meeting. Okay.
What do you mean? You have to go?
Okay, خلاص, let's start with some past writtens. I have last year's one. This is a question I think will come. They said, I'll type it in because I don't want to write. Hold on, how do I make this bigger? Okay, yeah. So there is no past papers. The area of a circular ink splotch is increasing at the rate of 1.5 centimeters squared per sec. Find in centimeter per second to 3 decimal place the rate of increase of the radius of the splotch when its radius is 0.9. Are the course division questions important, or is it only okay if I watch this live and do the quizzes? Yes, it's important to do course division, definitely important. Okay. Are you sure it's ink? I hope it's only ink. The area of a circular ink splotch is increasing at the rate of 1.5 centimeters squared per second. So what did they say? This is our work. So what did they say? That the area is increasing at a rate, so dA over dt is equal to 1.5, right? They want the rate of increase of the radius of this splotch when its radius is 0.9. They want dr over dt, right? What is dr over dt? Dr over dt, sorry, equals question mark. What do I do? How do I do it? And I always do it like this. We write the one we want, right? We equal it. You write the one that you have. And you see, what do I have to multiply this by to get this, right? I need to cancel this dA, right? So I have dA down, and I need dr up, so dr is up. Okay. So, انت, you have the area of a circle. The area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. If you derive this, what do you get? You get dA over dr. But Anna, what do I need? I want dr over dA, right? I want dr over dA. So what do I have to do? I have to derive this and then take the reciprocal of it. I need to reciprocate it, find its reciprocal, flip it upside down. What is dI over dA over dr equal to? When I derive this, 2 times pi is 2 pi. And then r becomes r, right? Okay. And I want dr over dA. So what do? I flip this. So that means dr over dA is equal to 1 over 2 pi r. Okay. Now, can I find dr over dt? Of course I can. Dr over dt is equal to dA over dt 1.5 times dr over dA. Dr over dA is 1 over 2 pi r. Okay, radius is what? They said it's 0.9. So what does that mean? 1.5 times 1 over 2 times pi times 0.9. So let's do this on our calculator. What do they want? 1.5 times 1 over 2 times pi times 0.9. To 3 decimal places, they want to 3 decimal places. So equals 0.265. So they want the rate of increase of the radius, so centimeter per second. Is there any question about this? The other question that came. Can you do the other question too, please? Yeah, the other question that came last year was a top question. They are not required, but I believe they were required last week. Let me do the other question that came. The other question that came, it's exactly like this. I'll just show you it. You can go to the course revision video and watch it. It was exactly this question. This same exact question came last year, but the tops were required. This year they aren't. Solve this. Solve it just in case. Okay, please make sure you know how to do this. Solve it. It came last year in the written. Okay, but I don't know. They're not required this year. Just do it just in case. Adam, join Nate in Roblox.
I am in Roblox.
No, join him on Roblox. Okay. Can you do the other past paper? Okay. Let me find a nice question. Okay, let's do this. Huh? Boys don't fight. Yeah. We'll use this now. Something to do with speed. Yeah, this is a good question. A particle moves along OX so that at time t seconds, its velocity is v meter per second, and its displacement from O is x meters, where x equals 9 squared minus t. Part A, they say find an expression for v in terms of t. Now, okay, hold on. Lace, join Adam on Roblox. So I'll solve book questions. I'll solve after this. I'm gonna find one book question, but after I solve something to do with concavity. Okay, an expression for v in terms of t. So we want dt. What's it equal to? Dx over dt. So it's equal to what? This derived. 9 derived doesn't get you anything. Let's start with the highest term. I like that more. 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. Reduced by 1, t squared. 2 times 7 is 14. Reduced by 1, it's t. 1 times 5 is 5. And 9 doesn't get derived. Okay. This is the expression for v in terms of t. Part B, they said find an expression for the acceleration a meter per second squared of the particle in terms of t. How do we find AT, guys? AT is just the derivative of velocity divided by time, which is what? Derive this again. 2 times minus 3 is 6. Reduce by 1 t. 1 times 14 is 14. Reduced by 1, there's no more t. 5 is gone. Okay. Minus 6t plus 14 meter per second squared. Part C. Given that the particle is instantaneously at rest at point A, show that the time taken to reach A is 5 seconds and find the displacement OA. Okay. Given that the particle is instantaneously at rest at point A. What does instantaneously at rest mean? Means Vt equals 0. Okay. What is the time to reach A? We need to basically find the time when V equals 0. What is Vt? It's minus 3t squared plus 14t plus 5. We know it equals 0. Can we find the time? Of course we can. T infinity minus 1. Let's our sheet to factor. Let's take the minus out. It's going to be 3t squared minus 14t minus 5 equals 0. Factor this now. How you're going to get 3t minus 15, 3t plus 3. So you're going to get t minus 5, t plus 1 equals 0. That means you're going to get t equals 5 seconds and t equals minus 1 second. And obviously time cannot be negative, so it's rejected. So t equals 5 seconds. So we got the time taken to reach A is 5. Find the displacement OA. So basically we need to find x of the time we found, which is 5, which is very easy. So x of 5 is equal to what? Substitute 5 here. 9 plus 5 times 5 plus 7 times 5 squared minus 5 cubed. So it's going to be equal to 9 plus 25 plus 25 times 7 is 175 minus 125. So you're going to get 50, 75, 70 plus 9, 79 plus 5, 84 meters. Okay. Is there any question here? Do you think this will come in written? Yes. If not something that that has to do with acceleration and velocity and x and derivation, something to do with these speeds and stuff. Okay. Okay. Is there any question? Wait 1 more minute. 8:40. I'll continue. Okay, خلاص. Okay. One question I want to do that has to do with local minimum, maximum, and concavity. Over here somewhere. Where is it? Somewhere concavity. It was grade 2 grade. What chapter was it? Yeah, here. 4.3. F of x. Somewhere here. Somewhere. Yes, this one. This one. How can you explain how you found the time again? Very, very easy, bro. Just since it said instantaneously at rest, that means v equals 0. So just equate v to 0 and factor it. This is just factoring. Take minus out, it becomes this. This is just factoring. All of you should know how to solve this. I just solved this. Is the way I like solving. Okay. This question 8, I think something like this will come. They will definitely ask us to find. Definitely ask us to find local minimum, maximum, and I'm not sure if they're gonna ask you about concavity up or down. But obviously you need to know it. Okay. Why is the stuff in Arabic stuff we didn't have an AMS about yet? No, we did have many AMSs about this. Okay, for part A, using the second derivative test, identify each of the extreme values as in the function as a local maximum or a local minimum. Okay, obviously, before finding if it's a local maximum or minimum, I obviously need to know what the stationary points are, right? So أول شيء, to find the stationary points, there's a mark for this. You have to say f prime of x is equal to 0. This is one mark. Okay, f prime of x is equal to 0. Thus, أول شيء find what f prime of x is. Okay, let's find f prime of x. It's going to be 6x squared plus 6x minus 36. We need to now say, to find stationary points, f of x is equal to 0. Sorry, f prime of x is equal to 0. That means 6x squared plus 6x minus 36 is equal to 0. Right? How do we solve this? You can take 6 out. You're going to get x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. And to solve this without a calculator, you're going to get x plus 3, x minus 2 equals 0. So you're going to get x is equal to minus 3 and x equals 2. Okay, طيب. How do we know if it's a local maximum or local minimum? First thing, I would advise you first, before finding if it's a local maximum or minimum, find the y of each one. Okay, find the y of each one. How do you find the y? Just plug it into the original function. So 2 times minus 3 cubed plus 3 times minus 3 squared minus 36 times minus 3 plus 1. And you're going to get minus 27 times 2 for minus 54. Minus 54 times plus 20 minus 27. Minus 27 plus 108. 81, 82. So that means your first point is minus 3, comma 82. Your second point is 2 times 2 cubed plus 3 times 2 squared minus 36 times 2 plus 1, which is 16 plus 12, 28. 28 minus 72. It's minus 44 plus 1, minus 43. So that means your second point is 2, comma, minus 43. In your 4.3 quiz for question 2, you use the mode equation, but we can't do that in exam. Yeah, I know. I just realized last night when I was doing the course revision, I was like, oh shit, why did I use equation mode? You can't use it in the exam. So obviously from now on, I'm gonna stop like using equation mode. Anyway, so you have these two. We need to find if it's a local minimum or maximum. So we have to see f prime of x greater than 0, then it's a minimum. Let's say local minimum. F prime of x less than 0, it is a local max. Let's find what's f prime of x equal to. F prime of x is equal to, derive again, 2 times 6 is 12, reduce by 1x, 1 times 6 is 6, reduce x minus 3x. This is f prime of x. Let's substitute now. X equals minus 3. F prime of minus 3. What is it equal to? 12 times minus 3 plus 6, which is equal to minus 30, which is less than 0. Hence, minus 3, comma 82 is a local maximum. How about f prime of 2? It's going to be equal to 12 times 2 plus 6, which is equal to 30, which is greater than 0. That means 2, comma minus 43 is a local minimum. This, very easy. Part B is the part where some people may get confused. Find the intervals on which it's concave up and those where it is concave down. When I say it's concave up, that means I need to know when f prime of x is greater than 0. When is it concave up? Let's see, f prime of x greater than 0. So that means 12x plus 6 is greater than 0. That means x is greater than minus 1 over 2. Just solve it. Take 6 to the other side, becomes minus 6. Minus 6 divided by 12 is minus half. So x is greater than minus half. And f prime prime of x, now I need to know when is it less than 0. Why? Because they also said when is it concave down. Less than 0 when? So when is it less than 0? 12x plus 6 less than 0. X less than minus half. Same equation. Type. So what does that mean? You say it is concave up for x greater than minus half, and it is concave down for x less than minus half. Like this, you have full mark. What for? Who said you can't use equation mode? It's because non-integral calculators do not have equation mode. Is there any question about this? Anna, based off the ones I saw, they don't have equation mode, the non-integral calculators. Maybe you might have one, but the most common non-integral calculators do not have equation mode. Okay, I don't think there's any questions here. Wallah, I don't know what else to say. I think we're just done for today. Okay. 95 ES? 95 ES has? FX 9. Yeah. Does this one actually like it can solve equation? Oh, oh. So there is a non-integral calculator that can solve equations. I might actually have to buy it. Wallah, I actually might have to buy it. Okay, I actually might have to buy this. Guys, buy it if you want. This, I think, is the non-integral calculator. You will need it a lot. Definitely, if not now, you will need it later. I would recommend you to buy 95 ES. It's cheap, yani 60 dirhams. It can solve equations. Get it on noon, 15 minutes. It's 50 dirhams. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I guess yeah, buy it on noon, guys. Uh, Other than that, I don't know what else I have to solve for today. People are telling me do book. Is there a specific question? Is there any specific question you might want me to solve? I'm mad والله I lost my old calculator, the blue one. Yeah. Guys, ebooks. Ebooks isn't working. Someone just said solved the AMS quiz for week 8. What questions do you? It's not opening, Habib. It's not opening. Your account has not been enabled yet. Ish? It's not opening. What questions do you think will come written? I don't know. Wallah, I don't know. Just do everything. Would I be okay if I don't do course revision? I don't know, Wallah. I think you should do it, bro. خلاص, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. That's enough for today. Is there any questions? Okay, are we done, guys? Adam, join your just the shenanigans. Bro, should we do something? I wanna go study Arabic. خلاص, guys, peace out. Can you explain concavity one more time? Just go back and watch it. Peace out.